Captain Wales, massive honour, obviously.
Yeah.
One of the biggest honours you'll ever get bestowed on yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Being a Welshman as well. I think you got capped at 17, wasn't it, Craig? Your first cap for Wales?
My first cap was 18.
18, with the greats, you know, when we go back to Husey and Rushy and all those players. So you've come right through the system since then. How good is this team now, Craig?
This team is, honestly...
Potentially.
Yeah, it's a very, very good team. There's no two ways about it. Just for the squad and the numbers of players. Usually we've always had one or two outstanding footballers, which we do have now. That has always been a case of Wales, but as a squad, you know, to qualify for a tournament, it's a 2-year. You have to have a 2-year run at it, and suspensions, injuries will happen, and in a qualifying campaign over 2 years can leave your squad depleted at certain times. Yeah. But
which is a problem for Wales, really.
That's why we haven't qualified. It's not because
strength in depth.
Yeah, we've never had that, and that's been clear. But looking at it now and looking at this squad of players, they have the numbers. Yeah. They have, you know, you look at the last 2 games, Bosnia and Cyprus. Bosnia are not that good. Oh. Honestly, I've seen all their games in the qualifiers, because part of my pro license, I've got Bosnia, so there's one team I've had to follow is Bosnia over the last year. Watched them through the World Cup. Pjanic is an outstanding footballer. He is close to Barcelona, Real Madrid standard. Really? Yeah, Xhaka we all know because we get to see him. Yeah. But the rest, I'm telling you, they're just hard-working, honest players with very little flair, very little creativity. I feel we're a better team than them. I really do. And if they're one of the group of teams that we're looking at who may be ahead of it, I don't feel that would be the case. I feel we got a good chance of finishing ahead of Bosnia.
Favourites in your opinion?
Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium are the best team in this group. There's no two ways about it. But we ain't far behind them. And I felt over the last 2 games, I don't think we played well. Honestly, I've seen the games and I thought...
That's with the injuries we've got as well, you know, with Ramsey being out, etc.
Look, if you take Aaron Ramsey out and you take Joe Allen out...
And what about Bale? Are we a one-man outfit?
No, you can't be a one-man outfit and... we have the likes of Ramsey and Bale and everything. He is just exceptional. I think he's the best Welsh player I've seen playing in a Welsh shirt. And that's me in that's Bale. That's me in my own time. Yeah. That's me watching over the years. I've not seen a Welsh player as good as what Bale's given to a football team, or given to a Welsh team at this present moment. But he's backed up by an outstanding player like Ramsey. He's huge. And Joe Allen is a real top player. They're 2 players I was really close to, even in the Olympics. Got to see him really close hand, day to day. Just going to touch. Because sometimes with Wales you don't really get that. You know, you get a couple of days training, then you got a game. Then a couple of days game, then you're gone. Yeah. So you don't. Where the Olympics, I was with him for a month. Got to see him day to day, their rehab, their attitude, and that was exceptional. But like I said, I thought the 2 games we didn't play well, but we got
3
good
games,
points.
7 points.
Yeah, and I feel if you bring then Ramsey and Joe Allen into that, they will help your team play well. They will get more passes because I don't think we kept possession nowhere near as good as what this Welsh team's capable of.
And of course, them being that young as well, they're quite experienced now, aren't they?
That was the best thing about playing them so young. It was the build, given the experience. John Toshack, credit to him, you know, identified that. Yeah. I don't think he had anyone else to play, if I'm being honest.
A lot of credit to John.
Yeah. no credit to him though, because he didn't have to as well. And then Gary, obviously, this was his group, and this is what he was going to do, and this is how he was going to go. And then Cookie came in, and in a most difficult situation. I don't feel anyone can really underestimate how difficult a situation he came into. This was a complete different situation that hardly any national team has ever faced or ever been involved in. They've never had, no national team really, or very few club teams have ever had this situation. So he came into a situation where...
It was an on-win situation.
It was a lot of young players who were really affected. There's no two ways about that. Well, I was affected and I was the senior player.
I knew Gary very well, and you know, the day it happened, I went to see you in Liverpool. And it affected you that much, you had to pull out of the game. Yeah, I had to,
And I pulled out the next few Welsh squads then after that, because it just, to come in was, it just wasn't. It just brought me back and brought me to a situation that made me truly, truly unhappy. So I had to pull myself out of the next few games. And And I can I can try and understand, how difficult it would have been for the players playing, and Cookie then trying to manage that. It was going to take a while, but this is his campaign now, really, because the last campaign really was it was so difficult for him. So this is his, and like I said, going back to the last 2 games, I don't feel they play well, but to get the points and the way they dug in is truly positive, and because Wales will never get 3 points if they don't play well. It's very rare.
Yeah.
So this for me is those 2 games were so positive, because, and credit to the manager, credit to the players, that they were able, all right, not to get as many passes and keep possession as I would like, or I'm sure they would like, but they were able to, or they had that.
But a win's a win, Craig.
Listen, they dug in and got the result. Yeah, and that for me gives me a big sign. Do you know what? This team's got it.
Playing badly,
got a great chance. I wouldn't say playing badly, but didn't play as well as what they have done or what they can do, but were also able to win the game.
Confident they're going to qualify, or quietly?
Yeah, I'm confident. They've got a lot of tough games coming up.
Yeah. Injuries are
if you'd have looked at the group, the first 3 games, you would have thought 7 points.
Yeah.
You would have
expected that?
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. Me being me, because of Bosnia, I'm not too caught up and watched them very, very close. I would have probably been happier with 9, which I'm sure everyone would have. But 7's not bad at all. 7's a good, strong start, and and it puts you in a real good position to to pick up points now for the remaining games.